Hey, everybody. Can you see me? Can you hear me? All right.
Let me fix the camera.
We got it. Hey, so we've got a story about the Federal Bank Reserve announces major pilot exercise to start practicing enforcing this ESG social credit score. But before we get into it, there's a lot of people that have no idea what the social credit score is. And I know a lot of you do, but if you know somebody that when you talk to about this, ESG social credit score, share this video with them because we're going to try to bring it to light in this live stream. And there's going to be a time where I'm not going to be able to say probably social credit score
or ESG.
Or ESG. I'm probably going to start calling it SCS. We have gotten our YouTube channel a warning on it. They took our Facebook completely down on our rental properties and would not tell us why.
And my real estate page.
Scoot over a little bit.
Yeah, they did. So what here a while back, we did a video and they didn't like it and they immediately took it down. And ever since then, we have been battling repercussions from that. They took our Twitter stuff down. We've had to try to get back in on that.
Twitter's gone.
Yep, Twitter was gone. They took our Facebook, all of our, because we had like 3 different business pages. They took all those down. I tried to go and 3 or 4 times. I said, this has been, can I appeal it? Can I appeal it? Completely denied. That was because of one video. We have faced the consequences on numerous platforms. So we have to be really careful what we say.
Yeah.
So sometimes you guys call in and you tell us stuff and it's really awesome and I can't say it.
I actually got this off an email that somebody sent me, and I cannot recall who it was. I'm sorry. You probably don't want your name touted out anyway, and I'll never divulge your personal information. If you do want to send me stuff, it's ninjanationreport@gmail.com. But let's get into, before we get into what was just announced today, let's talk about what it is, what is actually coming our way. And this is something, your SCS, your social credit score, is the most authoritative social experiment that has ever been done on mankind, ever. This is, it's stemming from China, as all bad things do, it seems like. And here's the deal. There's 42 systems in China right now, and they're in regions. They have cameras. And look, when we went to the Vid Summit with YouTube, as I speak, they're analyzing the frames. They're analyzing my face structure, and they are sorting me with everything I've been associated with. They had a picture of a lady holding a camera. She was simply just holding a camera like this, and it was showing what the algorithms were doing, how it was labeling her. It didn't say anything about what she was involved with or anything. Just from her picture and holding the camera, it linked her to several different things. And one thing was cooking. The problem with that was there was nothing about it that had anything to do with cooking. It analyzed her face and put her as a photographer on a cooking channel. And that's exactly what she was. So that was really eye-opening. And we've had, like I said, they took our business Facebook page down like that.
Yeah.
Gone. No explanation.
3 of them.
So, I'm going to try to cover this stuff in live streams.
They link it together. That's the thing. They're linking it together. So once your face is out there or a certain portion of your information, you might have an account over here like we had Twitter. You might have an account over here like you have, we had Facebook. You might have YouTube. They're linking all this stuff together. And if they don't like on one site what you're doing, it seems like they're censoring you on all the sites across the board. That's what we're personally fighting. And somebody just said, Mr. Eddie, hey, Mr. Eddie, our best friend in Texas, or one of our best friends in Texas, and Miss MNG, he said, is ESG here now? And I think it is, or it's coming pretty quick.
Yeah, well, this story is going to spell it all out, but they're testing this. And just so you know, in China right now, there's over 600 million cameras. I don't know how many over. That's what they were going to have a year from the date they announced it, and it's been 2 years since then. They're and it all has to do with analyzing your face, where are you at, what are you doing, and it goes to your credit score. If you get caught jaywalking, if you get caught not paying your bills, if you don't do the right thing, if you give to the wrong charity.
Canada.
We're talking about Canada's a big one. We're talking about the people that want total control, the sociopaths in office that want total control. So all this sounds really good, and this is done in the name of climate.
That's the scary part.
And in my
Because they're
videos, I'm
sliding
going to
in.
start touting how good social credit is and how well it's going to do everybody, because what I'm learning about these algorithms is they're picking up on how you're speaking positive about a certain topic.
Yeah.
This is for real. This AI is getting way out of control. So I'm going to have to start using sarcasm and smartassness because they're, which I'm a professional at both. But
I'm married to him for 15 years, and I can agree to that.
But we're going to have to get around these things as best we can while we can. So here's some.
So I'm going to interrupt you real quick. So this is actually happening though, real time. Somebody just got denied a job because they went and looked at what was on their Facebook, and we all know this is happening. How many times have you heard on social media what you put out there, and you are being punished for it? Keep going. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Here's some rewards. If you public shame somebody that was doing bad, you will get points added to your credit score. Now, this is a little bit of speculation. If you're being a good employee, that's a good one. Now, on the flip side, if you have no traffic violations, stuff like that, but the punishments, if you've been caught doing something that you weren't supposed to do, they will and can put a flight and train ban on you. So you could, you won't be able to fly or move in a train. And that goes for any public transportation. And this is in China. It's not here yet. Don't get me wrong. This other stuff is, we do baby steps. Nothing's fast. Get that. You know that by now for sure. Mm-hmm. So you'll be unable to leave your home. No college, no private schools. That's for the privileged. Public shaming. You will be public shamed on billboards, big, huge digital billboards. Mm-hmm. That's what they want in China. Mm-hmm.
I've heard that.
Dating apps. This is a big one. Dating apps has already picked it up. It is so hard for my friends that aren't married to find a good woman or a good man. Can you imagine having your social credit score tagged with that? Ooh. Look it up. It's called Sesame Credit. Sesame Credit is teamed up with dating sites in China. And so that would be hard to match people up that, you know what I'm saying?
If you're probably in the low credit score, they wouldn't even put your algorithm out probably, and they would give you a low rating and who knows what.
Yeah, right. So if you have a good credit score, you'll be able to date, plenty of people, I guess. I'm not sure. Free gym memberships, that was mentioned. You can get a free gym membership if you've got a good social credit score. Cheaper public transportation and a shorter wait time at hospitals. Oh, this is nuts. Yeah.
Shorter wait time. So that could be a life and death situation then.
This is the biggest, like I said, experiment that's ever been done.
Well, I know they're actively doing it in China. I mean, they're doing it
100%. And when I saw that stuff about what the algorithms were doing at the Vid Summit, I thought, man, this is it. This is how they're going to implement the mark of the beast. This is how they're going to, this is how they're going to see all and know everything. And it took me back to George Orwell's book.
Okay.
Have not been through the whole thing, but he talks about Big Brother, the thought police. Mm-hmm. Now, this is back in 1984. He's talking about the thought police, and there will be hidden cameras and microphones everywhere.
In your cell phone.
Both of them are right here. Don't think for 1 second. I went to the red pill, and it was very, very evident. There's enough. Mm-hmm. Do not think they can't turn your phone on and watch you and listen to everything you're doing. Yep. Period. It talks about constant propaganda, which we experience all the time, especially when it comes to war. That's, the first casualty of war is the truth. Government erased history books. Now, this is check it out, George Orwell, 1984. That's going on now.
It is. And actually, unfortunately, that's going on in the United States a little bit now, too. Erasing history books and the history, changing it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Sorry, I interrupted you again.
And
sorry.
The torture for rebellion. This took me back to Gulag Archipelago.
Mm-hmm.
That was a brutal.
Mm-hmm.
What they did in Russia was unbelievable. And there's some evidence that it's going on over in Ukraine right now. That evil still lives on the planet, still lives here. And with the authoritative system that's coming, it's hard for me to really, I hate to sound like such a doom and gloomer, but this is really,
it's here.
Well,
if you guys could ever get through that book, The Gulag, and say that word again, because I suck at pronouncing.
Gulag Archipelago.
If you guys can get through that book, I did. I got through almost the entire thing, and it took me a little bit. And but that you read that, and then you read like When the Money Dies, and a few books like that. It will wake you up.
And I listened to When Money Dies. Mm-hmm. Those are two really good ones. If you don't get it all, it's really hard to hang on all the big words. But those two books are really eye-opening. Now, When Money Dies is actual accounts of what happened in Germany as the currency was collapsing.
Correct.
That is, and they're saying the same thing. The politicians are saying the same thing as they were back then. Yep. And as far as the Gulag Archipelago, that is, it's just absolutely nuts what happened to those people. Yeah. Now that you kind of know what's going on with our social credit score, I'm gonna let Stacy get into the story that came out today about what happened with the Federal Bank Reserve and how they're going to do a practice run on it.
Yeah, it's called a pilot exercise, but they don't really call it. They call it an ESG, or environmental social governance, and they're going to do this as a pilot exercise. And they came out today and they quote. Now, you guys listen to this.
This is a quote from the Federal Bank Reserve. I highlighted in green.
It is, and it is like so. Just see if you can figure out what they're trying to say. Quote: 6 of the nation's largest banks are going to participate in a pilot climate scenario analysis exercise. It is designed to enhance the ability of supervisors and firms to measure and manage climate-related financial risk. I mean, that's just a bunch of whatever. Scenario analysis. That means in which the resilience of the financial institution is assessed under different hypothetical climate scenarios in an emerging tool to assess climate-related financial risk, and there will be no capital or supervisory implications from this pilot.
If it's about climate, it's got to be good.